True Review is about to bust out another top 10 list. Here we have the top 10 Prison Break levels in gaming. Gonna add a new rule to this list and all subsequent lists. This list is based on my own personal opinions, so please chill out in the comments section. Okay? Go! Mars Warlogs. This 2013 game gets you playing as a disgruntled worker on Mars who has found themselves imprisoned. However, there's a war going on outside between the two most powerful corporations on the planet, so it is up to you to break out of prison and get involved. For some reason. Hell, it's a video game, there's a war going on, and you're in prison. How much more motivation do you need? Prisoner of War. Gonna break out of Nazi captivity through force and plenty of guns? Think again. Prisoner of War forces the player to focus on a mixture of strategy and stealth in order to break out of prison in this game. Your captors are very suspicious of you, and so you'll have to try to escape without them even knowing what's happening, and, to quote the Shawshank Redemption, up and vanish like a fart in the wind. Saints Row 2. This game is overly stupid and badass, and I love it for it. But this game starts out with the player attempting to execute a prison break plan in order to return to the 3rd Street Saints. Always the mark of a good game where the tutorial involves you escaping from prison in a not so quiet manner.
Lane Goodman.
The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings. Load up the game and... shit, that was fast. Well, it looks like everyone thinks that Geralt has murdered the King of Temeria, though of course it wasn't him, but now with the help of Vernon Roach, it's off to break out of this place. Not a good start for Geralt in this chapter of the franchise. Metal Gear Solid. Honourable mentions also goes to Snake Eater on this entry, but your attempt of escaping the confines of the Shadow Moses holding cells in the first MGS game is here at number 6. Though you may have first thought that that bottle of ketchup wasn't going to be much help when it was slipped through the door, it turned out to be a great help in convincing the guards that Snake had somehow died during his captivity, only to then have the player rise to their feet and make a dash for the door. The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion. It's become a tradition for any Elder Scrolls game to start the player off in a dungeon, except for Daggerfall now I think about it. And I suppose technically Skyrim as well, but only kind of. But the most memorable prison break comes from this game. However, I would go so far as to discount the tutorial in this game for a later level involving the Thieves Guild, where you are required to break someone else out of a prison in Skingrad. The odds of getting caught in the tutorial are practically impossible, but there are plenty of guards in this other level. Deus Ex. The jig is up and JC Denton has been captured by Majestic 12 forces. Now awakening in a secret base, it is up to you to break out of jail, retrieve your weapons, and hopefully not sound the alarm in the process. This level was significant as it really marked the moment where the shit had truly hit the fan for the main character during the story. Oh, and you have to sneak past robots too. Yeah, there's that as well. Dishonored! Corvo has been framed for the murder of the Empress and now resides in the depths of Coldridge Prison. And like any true gamer, his first thoughts are, how do I get out of here in the most satisfying way possible? Either sneak or slash your way to freedom as the alarm either sounds because you weren't so quiet, or stay silent as no one knows the difference. Or sounds anyway because someone spotted your ass as you were duck walking to the door. The Suffering. Found guilty of murdering his ex-wife, don't see why that's a crime, Talk has been sent to prison and is currently on death row. But after an earthquake shakes the place up and a horde of strange creatures wipe out the rest of the inmates, it is up to you and the beast that lurks within to take the fight to these monsters and earn your freedom. A notable title for being the only action/horror game on this list, The Suffering is in at number 2, which means...
It's been 1 week since you looked at me, cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry.
The Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay. And finally in at number 1 is the often underrated game, Escape from Butcher Bay. Riddick has found himself under lock and key again, but that's not going to stop him taking on the Screws, the other inmates, and Exhibit himself as he attempts to break out. This entire game is a prison break level, and it's also a damn satisfying one as well. Loads of over-the-top violence and badassery, no that's not a word, but it is now, is why the Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay arrives in at number 1. And that's all we have time for, but if you've taken on Exhibit in the past, then like and subscribe as always. Don't forget to check out the regular shit that is Twitter and Patreon, and I'll see all of you heartwarming people next time. See ya!
Sometimes I think this life is killing me.